What's going on, everybody? It's your man Lyndon Britt from SuccessWithLyndon.com, also the founder of Homegrown Marketing, where we cover all bases of your business. And today on Tips and Tools with Lyndon, we're going to be covering the topic of that a lot of people, like I said in the comments up in the description above, a lot of people avoid this topic. But today we're going to be talking about this is your calling. This is your calling. So as Facebook is actually building my audience, I want to tell everyone that hops on this thing live, appreciate you all hopping here, taking the time to spend just a couple of minutes with me. Won't be here long today, but I'm going to give you just a little bit about myself. What I do, what I love to do is be able to help marketers, okay, overcome the stinking thinking that actually stops you from creating this success and help you become success and discover success in your online businesses. All right, so that's what I love to do. One of the things we're going to be talking about today, like I said, I'm not going to keep you long. I've got a huge agenda, some exciting news that I just received a couple of minutes ago from a beautiful wife of mine, and it's a great thing to know what it is that you're meant to do on this earth. It's a great thing to know what it's meant to do. So matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and hop into the content. If you're watching me live, once again, I appreciate you all hopping in here for Tips and Tools with Lyndon. If you do happen to be watching the recording, go ahead and type in the comments where you're from. I love to be able to connect with people that are here from all around the world. I've gotten a chance to meet some wonderful people that have actually connected with me through watching these lives. And I look forward to speaking with you and actually communicating with you outside of this. So I love just establishing more relationships. It's just a great thing to be able to do. You just never know what avenues of anything open up for you. I've established some great friendships and relationships through Facebook, believe it or not. But let me know where you're viewing from. I myself am here from Dallas, Texas. We're actually not having that sun. We're having a drop in temps. I think we're almost at freezing now. So I was like, you know I'm not liking this because you know I'm enjoying my sun from Texas. But anyways, drop a comment. Let me know where you're viewing from. I appreciate it. And you also never know who you get the opportunity to be able to connect with. I've seen a couple people connect on here that are actually right down the street from each other. But today we're going to be talking about this is your calling. This is your calling. So let me ask you a question. Just look at my notes when I look up and down. What is your calling? Does anyone know what your calling is? Now, this isn't just to give you all a heads up. This is where the content's going to begin. For those of you that are hopping in here just now, watching this. My name is Lyndon Britt from Lyndon Britt from SuccessWithLyndon.com. If you never attended one of my lives, my objective is to be able to share some great information with you, what I've learned in the niche of attraction marketing, be able to help people get their breakthroughs in their online businesses. So this is one thing I had to come to discover as my business grew, okay? And what exactly is your calling? So let me ask you, what is your calling? Do you know what your calling is? A lot of people don't know what they're meant to do while they're here. A lot of people do not know. They're on a search to figure out what it is they're meant to do. They know they're destined for something greater, but they don't know what it is. So what is your calling? The notes that I took down, a couple of things that I think that the way I refer to it is what your calling is. It's that thing that eats at you each and every day. It's that thing that eats at you each and every day. That thing that makes you smile when you think about it. And as I'm saying these things, you're probably going to realize exactly what I'm talking about, because it's going to come to mind as I say these things. It's those things that make you smile when you think about it. You get emotional, or you get emotional, you feel some kind of way when you actually see it. No matter what, you get emotional. It makes you feel some kind of way inside. And you also get excited when you get the opportunity to talk about it. There's a passion that draws up within you, and you can tell when someone's passionate about something because their whole demeanor changes, their whole tone of voice changes and everything when they talk about something that is very passionate to them. And a lot of times those type of things that you have, those type of emotions toward, is something that you meant to do. And I'll give you an example. One thing I love to do is play baseball. I light up when I get the opportunity to be able to talk about baseball, when I see baseball, all that kind of stuff. So I know baseball is in my blood. Baseball, I've been playing baseball. I posted a pic, matter of fact, it's probably about 2 or 3 days ago, of some pictures that I found when I was cleaning up my office of when I was playing baseball, and I was 6 or 7 years old. I was little. Baseball has been in me since I was little, and there's something about me that I want to do that has to do with baseball. At some point, I'm still playing right now, but at some point, I want to begin coaching. I want to start coaching. I've gotten an offer and an opportunity to begin coaching in the next 2 months. So I'm really looking forward to following up with that person to do. But that is one of my callings. Another thing my wife always tells me I get excited about is when I talk about marketing, when I talk about business, period. I get very, very excited when I get the opportunity to be able to talk business with someone. So that's just a passion of mine. And one thing I love to be able to do is actually help people get those breakthroughs in their business. I didn't have that when I first began in business. I didn't have that leadership and that guidance when I first began. So when I first got into the point of actually being able to figure out how to market and how to actually do a business and how it's actually about giving back, not just about making sales, I became more passionate about it. And now I am overjoyed when I hear about people that actually get results from what I do when I'm able to help work with some folks. And a couple of things as I'm updating my site, I just added a tab that said testimonials to a couple of people that I've been able to help recently. I've got to go back to a couple of folks, just let them know, hey, if I've done anything for you, just let people know. And sometimes that's a great thing, but I'm not here to talk about me. I want to know that's your calling. Right now, I want you to understand that that is your calling. Okay, understand that that is that thing that you get passionate about, that makes you smile, that thing that you can't stop thinking about. It's almost like that first time you see that man or that woman or that girl or that boy in high school, and you may never speak to them. It's very difficult. And you speak to them, but when you get the opportunity to say something, it just lights up your whole world. What's going on, Miss Amy? Appreciate you all hopping in here. I appreciate you so much. I'll be checking out some more of the comments in just a little bit. But absolutely, hold on. My calling is to inform, engage, and inspire us to develop healthy lifestyles that will empower them for life. And that's only part of what she said. I got to go through and reach the rest because he just said see more. So I'll check that out. But when you begin to find out what your calling is, it's a lot easier to walk into that calling and what it is. Okay. But one thing a lot of people lack is they are so confused about what it is that they have so many directions that they're put in that they want to go because they're listening to a lot of people saying this is what you should do. My entire life, I wanted to grow up to be like my dad. And even as I was growing, my dad said, you should go apply to be a firefighter. You should go apply to be a firefighter. You should. And guess what I did? I went to apply to be a firefighter, but that wasn't what I was meant to do. I wasn't meant to be a firefighter. I was excited about having an opportunity to be able to work with my dad had I gotten a position, but it wasn't what I was meant to do. That wasn't my calling. And a lot of people, they're pulled in so many different directions. Hey, you should do this. You should do this. You should try this. So they don't know what they're meant. They don't know where their passion lies. You've got to learn how to kind of sit down. Matter of fact, the one thing I can tell you how to do is sit down for a few minutes. Sit down for a few minutes and jot down the things that you love to do, not the things that people have told you to do. I don't care if it's marketing. I don't care if it's business. I don't care if it's being a teacher, if it's being an instructor of any sort, being a coach, or whatever it may be, or sit down and write down the things you love to do. This live isn't about money. This isn't a money making. So I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for a money making strategy on this one, this is going to put you on the path to making that money that you want. I'm not giving you a strategy right now of what to do to maybe get money. This is going to put you on a path to make money, because what happens when you're passionate and you love what you do, you can create it into an income because you're able to provide value to people because you know it, because you're passionate about it. Guess what I began doing? I began coaching. Another thing I was passionate about was swimming. I became a swim coach for 3 years and impacted several of my swimmers' lives at an early age. And it made a huge difference to see an impact that I was able to give to people. All right. So let me ask you a question. Do you believe that you were put on this earth for greatness? Do you believe that you were put on this earth for greatness? That's a major question that you got to ask yourself. Some people just feel I have a lot of conversation with people when I ask them, hey, how you doing? What you been up to? What are you doing? They was just like, hey, how you doing, man? Oh, I'm just making it. Who wants to live just to making it? Hey, I'm just hustling. I'm just surviving. Who wants to live just to survive? Do you believe that you were put on this earth for greatness? And if you were, let me ask you a question. For those of you all that are still on the fence about that question, let me ask, for those of you that said, yes, I was put on this earth for greatness, do you think that you deserve it? What's going on, Mr. Clyde? Appreciate you hopping in here, man. Do you feel that you deserve that greatness? Do you feel that you deserve it? I absolutely believe you do. If you're out there and you're doing the things that you love to do, to provide value to other people, to actually make a change in somebody's life, to actually impact someone else's life other than your own, I believe you deserve that greatness. Now, will you walk in the path that is necessary for you to be able to accomplish that greatness? That's totally up to you. But I'll tell you right now, that thing that you're so passionate about that you didn't even realize that's your calling. Another thing I love to do is speaking to people. I can't wait to be on stage. I've got an event coming up where I'm looking forward to speaking on stage in March. And I can't wait to get on the stage. I'm passionate about getting in front of people and actually presenting and speaking to people. Not necessarily about the business opportunity, but to be able to share and impact people's lives with the things that I've learned and I've encountered in my life. So I'm looking forward to being on stage in this event. So if that's your calling, guess what? I believe I was meant to be on stage. So guess what I'm working toward? Being on even more stages. Find your calling. Whatever it is, that thing that I said, that thing that makes you smile when you think about it. That thing that makes you emotional and feel some kind of way when you see it. And that thing that makes you excited when you get the opportunity to be able to speak about it. That is your calling. That is your calling, not what someone else tells you should be doing. A lot of people want to figure out, how can I create success out of my calling? Because there's really not money in my, yes, it is. There's money in any industry that you decide to go into, believe it or not. I don't care what it is. There's money in any industry. If you're providing enough value for people, people will pay you for the value that you give. As a coach, like I said, I got offered a position to be able to coach in baseball. I'm looking forward to it. I've already coached swimming. I'm ready. I've never coached baseball, but I still play. So I can't wait to be able to do that. Marketing. I love to be able to instruct and help more people become better marketers because they get out of that mindset of what do I need to do next? So I don't know if I deserve. Guess what? Success is a mindset. So a lot of people look at success as monetary. and I'm going to say this to you. This is based on something. This is something I learned after listening to an audio and reading another book. Money is an outcome. That's the end result of success. A lot of people say, well, if you got money, you've been successful. Guess what? The only way you get money is through having success, correct? If money was success, all you have to do is get a paycheck and consider yourself successful, right? No. The money comes as a result of the success, which is as a result of the values you provided other people. One of the quotes that I got from Matt Morris, I just got to read one of his books, Unemployed Millionaire, and this is one thing that I definitely know it's going to stick with me. He says, success is only a secret to those who success is only a secret to those who don't seek out strategies to get there. So many people think success is only for the rich people. Success is only for people that are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Success is only this. No. Success is for those who go out and seek it. But for those people who only feel that success is meant for a particular group of people, they will never see success. Success is only meant for that high class, the folks that do this. We were only meant to do this. Nah. I used one thing that I had to, and I'll give you an example of a thing I had to do. So many things that I wanted to accomplish, but at that time I was hanging around a lot of people. And this was several years ago, but I was hanging around a lot of people that kept saying, oh, the man was holding us down. The man keep doing this. The man keep doing this. The man, so I was like, who is the man? And I had to get rid of that stinking thinking, because what I became to develop when something negative happened or something, and my mindset went back to man, it was pointing the finger. I went on the blame game, pointing the finger at other folks. Appreciate it, Mr. Clive. I can't wait to be there as well, man. I cannot wait to be there as well. But my mind, I immediately went to pointing the finger whenever something happened. I did. But that was because of the people I was around. When I changed my surroundings, my definition of success actually changed. My passions changed. My attempt to be able to accomplish my goals changed. The enthusiasm in which I approach my goals changed. Everything about it changed when I surrounded myself with a totally different group of people. People like this gentleman here, Mr. Clive. People like Miss Amy that you see on here. People like a couple of folks, Kim and Matthew Eileen. People like Diane Hockman. People like Steve Kribda. Man, I love that guy. People like Stephen Lanacia Rachel. You know, when I start to surround myself with either greater people, I've got an organization of people right now that are full of greatness. And I'm glad to be in this, my Table Dreams familia, my Table Dreams family. People like all of them. I can't even go down the list to name everybody that's within that group. But that group of people, when you surround yourself with people that have similar goals, you all have different paths, but you have similar goals, you will begin to understand that what your calling is. Why? Because you have a group of people that is helping you get to that calling. So if you're passionate about those things, let me ask you this, and this is the last thing before I end this thing. What is your vision for 2017? Like I said, I wasn't doing this live to give you some strategic thing or something like that, but I am going to share something with you in just a moment. What is your vision for 2017? So a lot of you hadn't even sat down and thought about what your vision would be. A couple of y'all have thought about a couple of things you want to accomplish. You thought about a couple of goals. You maybe considered a couple of things that you want to do different. Guess what? I want you to actually sit down and think about, visualize, create a vision for what you want to do. Put it on paper. You want me to tell you, I'm the type of person I tell you. I mean, I've already created a checklist of things that I have to do, and I begin checking them off. A couple of things that need to be done. I'm gonna practice what I preach. Okay, that's just one of my checklists. Create a vision for what you want to accomplish. And if you need some help creating a vision, matter of fact, there's a webinar going on tonight for my guy. You'll see a post that I posted in my comments. This gentleman, the other gentleman in that picture, is myself, my wife, another young lady from a company that we represent. He'll be speaking. He went from a bartender, playing a musician in a bar, to making 7 figures in a matter of a few years. Seriously, in a matter of a few years, because he decided to surround himself with better people and began to take action and create a vision for what he wanted, and he became a reality. Mr. Brian Finale. And one of the things that he's created has actually changed my life. Why? Because it helped me to realize my calling. It helped me to realize my calling. So understand. Please understand. Sorry about that. Understand that your calling is important. Once you create that vision, if you need some help, you want some direction, tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tonight at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I guess you have to figure out, I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern, and it is 7 o'clock Pacific. But, no, they're an hour ahead. Yeah, so at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, and 6 o'clock Pacific, I believe. But tonight, Mr. Brown will be going over ways how to create your vision and create success. If you have your own business or whatever it is, if you're trying to work towards your own business and you want to help trying to create that vision and actually putting that plan into action, figure out what's my next step tonight. Be sure if you want the link to the webinar, matter of fact, I will post in the comments below if you want to attend, be able to hop on that webinar. It's absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything, but it's going to start helping you move toward those goals. This is January. I'm telling you right now, don't wait till March, April, May, June, July, whatever, till you begin to start making some difference and making some changes. I've taken my jump number 1, and it felt good to take it. It was a scary jump, but I'm already feeling positive about everything that happened. Was it uncomfortable? Yes. Will it be uncomfortable for a little bit? Perhaps. But I can guarantee you it's worth it. So, make sure you join me tonight. Appreciate you hopping on this live. I hope you got some value. If you got some great value from the things, share this thing out. Share this thing out. Like I said, I wasn't here to share strategy. I want you to understand that you have a calling. And that thing that you're so passionate about, that's consistently on your mind, that thing you can't stop thinking about, that is your calling. That is your calling. And I'm looking forward to be able to help you accomplish those goals. If you're looking for ways to be able to help, if you look for ways to be able to accomplish those goals in business, you got to get rid of that stinking thinking, and you just need some direction, some help, contact me. Hit me over at successwithlinden.com. There's a section on the right-hand side where you can look at leave a question. If you got questions, type a question in there. You can also message me and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you add me. If we're not already friends on Facebook, make sure you add me on as a friend. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss these lives, as well as any other free training we're about to do. We're about to get even more. I've got webinars going on with my guy, Andy. If you've never met Andy somethingwithandy.com. Check that guy. He is phenomenal. It's my partner in crime as we're doing web. We're developing a lot of new things that's about to come into the market, doing webinars together, and we've got some great things coming up. So be sure that you connect with that guy as well. But we've got some great things coming for you. Why? Because we realize our calling and we're walking into it, and we want to help you do the same. So thank you so much for attending the live. I appreciate it. I hope you got some great value. Look forward to meeting you over at my fan page at facebook.com/LyndonBritt, the number 2. I've got several other videos. Those will actually give a few strategies, different tips, and free trainings. And you could actually meet me over there. Like the page, leave a few comments and stuff like that, and if there's some value from me, if it was some value for you. But I look forward to talking to you soon. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you so much, and be sure you take the time to write down your vision for 2017. And so we have something to talk about when we connect. All right, y'all have a blessed one. Talk to y'all later.